Welcome back for another episode, number 32, a 32nd straight week. We are more than halfway through the year, pushing into August now, and Wyatt and I and the whole Backroad production crew behind us, behind the both of us, are they're rolling strong. They're fueled up with some dubby, and we're feeling
That's
good.
right.
Yeah.
Fueled
Feeling
all the
good.
way up. I got
That's
this.
right.
I got this sumbitch on the desk, just ready to go.
Oh,
We
I
also
just want...
also filled up with some Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, I like that koozie. Is that the koozie you won?
That was the one that Jocelyn won because
Oh.
I won a Yingling one, and she was like, "All right, I'm taking that." And then she won this Steelers one, and I was like, "Well, guess what? I'm taking that."
I like that being a bottle koozie. That's really cool.
I forgot about it until I got home because we went and we just stopped. I was like, "Hey, on the way back, can you swing by the beer distributor? I'm gonna go in and get a 6-pack for the show." And I didn't. I planned on getting a 6-pack of cans. I didn't find any 6-packs of cans in there. Just because I don't like taking out the garbage, and then you hear cling, 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 cling.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I sound like a drunk. So, but I didn't find a 6-pack of cans. I found a 6-pack of bottles. I was kind of in a rush, so I hurried up. And then I got in and I saw this sitting right next. I saw the koozie sitting right next to the desk. And I said, "Oh, I forgot
Meant
about
to be.
this."
Yep.
Yeah.
Meant to be. Well, that is awesome. Well, this is episode 32, week 32, if not longer, but it should be week 32 technically. I'm gonna start it by just saying, neither of them watch it, but still, happy birthday, Ty! And
Yes.
Congratulations, Kevin. Just
Oh,
to both
absolutely.
of you.
Yeah, we
Just
should
real quick.
we
We'll
should
talk
force
about
both of them. We should force both of them to watch the first 2 minutes.
Hey, we gave you a shout out. That's what it is. Well, I told Ty that I said me and you were going to have a cold one for him today when we record.
That's
So,
true. I might have 6 cold ones. So
Oh, there we go. I'm
yeah.
a couple right there. I'll meet you there, just probably at a different time point. But that's what I wanted to start off with, was just something cool and happy because, yeah, our friends are alive for another year and married. So that's cool.
Yeah. One friend is married. One friend is 27 years old. And I guess that other friend that is married is also 27 years old. But it's not his birthday. He just so happens to be 27.
Yeah, it's just...
He already was. He just still is.
Yeah. But we can get into that.
Yes.
You know, part of it. Let's just talk about it. Why?
Yes.
How was your weekend, man?
Oh, dude. Well, before I get to the good part of the weekend, I'll get to, let's see, what day did we record last week? What did I do? I worked. I took a day off for the weekend, so I worked Friday. Nothing of note there. Saturday, of course, I took the day off because I and my girlfriend went to Kevin's wedding. Yeah, dude. And that was a hell of a drive. It was long. I felt like I didn't get sick, but I felt like car sick for the first time in like 15 years. I felt like a child. I was like, oh, this
really?
sucks. Yeah, because I wasn't driving. I drove like the second half of the way home because she was about to fall asleep, and I was like, I got this. We'll go, like pull off the sheets. I'm gonna run in and get some caffeine, and I'll finish it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way there was it was a long trip. We had wardrobe issues last minute, so we had to stop at the store on the way out and get new clothes to attend the wedding. So that was nice. I got a nice new shirt out of it. I got it at Walmart. It was $9. It's on sale.
Her dress is really nice too. I really liked it. Like, you guys matched well.
I also liked her dress. Yeah, that was my idea. She didn't have much like wedding experience. I think she said she'd only been to one, and I was like, I've only been to 2. But I said so. But I said, but you know, I know, like, I was like, we don't necessarily have to match, but I don't think we should look like entirely different.
Yeah.
You know, so like kind of treat it like a high school
like a
prom.
couple.
Yeah, kind of like treat it like a high school prom. So she found this blue dress, and I found a nice little blue dress shirt that was very breathable. Super fucking glad I did that, by the way, because in that building, like, the outside was fine, but in that building, it got hot, especially the more we drank. And I was very glad that I had a nice, cool shirt to where I wasn't sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
Like, I was at your wedding. Like, I was sweating like fucking crazy at your
man.
wedding. It was so hot, though. Yeah, your wedding was hotter than fuck. I remember getting out of the car, and I was like, whew.
Yeah,
It
June.
feels wonderful here.
Oh, dude, that's what me and Faith thought. We were expecting it, especially because how hot it had been the past few weeks. We were expecting it to be the opposite, but yeah,
Yeah.
it really was perfect weather.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be in shambles because I was like, damn, this shirt's light blue. This is going to be bad. Like, I'm a big dude. I sweat a little bit. And I stepped out of the car and I was like, ooh,
No, I got
it's
this. Yeah,
nice out here. Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, we went to Kevin's wedding. It was short, sweet, and to the point. Again, congratulations, Kevin. Very happy for Kevin.
yep.
And then, it was pretty much 15 minutes of ceremony and then like 3 hours of reception. At least that's what we were there for.
Yeah.
And it was such a blast, which was crazy because the only people that we knew there were really each other. Like just us two couple. We sat at our own table because nobody else knew who the fuck we
Nobody
were.
else knew us. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Kevin's family. We both saw Kevin's family for the first time in God knows how long. It was nice seeing them. I sat next to
Yeah.
Colleen at the wedding. Yeah, like that's because I know when I sat down, I was like, damn. I hope that whoever decides to occupy these seats next to us isn't a weirdo. And I'm sitting there, and I was just like minding my own business. I was looking down. I might have been checking the time or something. I hear, "Hey, Wyatt, how have you been?" I said, "Who the fuck is this?" And I looked over to my left. I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Colleen, how are you doing?" Yeah, dude, it was great to see all of them. It was
Oh, yeah.
they haven't changed a bit, like physically wise. They haven't, like, they look the exact same as I remember them. I don't know if they actually looked that way the last time I saw them. Because the last time I saw Colleen and Carrie, they were like children, like not little children, but they were like teenagers. So they're a few years younger than us. So and we didn't really see them in college. They moved away in college. Like Colleen went to school somewhere else, and Carrie was way too young
Way
for us
younger.
to like. She was way too young for us to ever interact with or see like out in public. Like she was probably still in high school by the time I was like graduating college. Maybe I don't know exactly what her age was, but I know that we didn't really. But Colleen was like a year or two younger than us, so we saw her a good bit. But she even left when she started college,
Yep.
so we didn't see them in a long ass time. But yeah,
It's nearly been a decade.
they seem to not change a bit. It was very nice to talk to them. And I think you remember how I said whenever I got there, I was like, I don't even know if Kevin's mom recognizes me. And then we were like, yeah, but you don't really look any different. Maureen came up to me. She was like, Wyatt, how you been? Colleen told me you were here. I didn't even recognize you. But that's weird because you don't look any different. I was like, whoa. We
She must
just
have
said
just
that.
Yeah. She must have just not been paying attention, like not thinking about it, and then it just because it's been
Yeah.
so long since she's seen any of Kevin's high school friends.
Yeah.
Like,
And on top of that, she probably doesn't know any of his other friends that were at that wedding. You know what I mean? So she probably just assumed, like, oh, that's just another one of his other buddies or something.
yeah,
Or maybe somebody that knows Lauren, who knows? Like, they're just some people that are here.
yeah. I did sit on Lauren's side, so technically I was there for her.
You did. It was probably more people should have, man, because they
More
split
people
that.
should have.
They split that up family wise, and every goddamn living member of Kevin's family was at that wedding.
Yeah, Kevin's was rocking out. Fucking
Yeah,
it was,
dude. Kevin had the home field advantage for some reason.
Yeah, and it wasn't his home. That's the funniest thing. It was literally hers.
Lauren's
Like,
dad was right down the street. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like, wasn't that his land?
it was his father-in-law's land. So
Oh, that's right,
Lauren's step-grandpa, but still, it works. But yeah, that's why me and Faith moved over. That and well, more the Faith wanted to for that. I wanted to because I realized that I wanted to see Kevin's face.
Yeah.
You know, his reactions and stuff. Obviously, nothing against Lauren, but obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you know what? I think that needs to be normalized again. I thought about that at the last wedding that I was at, but this one I think I might start another national petition there on nationalpetition.org or petition.org or something. But I think we got to switch it up to where the groomsmen side sits on the side that the bride is at, and the bridal side sits on the side that the groom's at, just so that you can focus and see the person that you're there for.
Yeah.
Because you want to see their emotions. You want to see them reading their words or saying their words, the reactions to them. And, yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird that that it's not that way for whatever reason. Like,
I thought the lack of people from our high school that were there was shocking.
dude, it blew my mind.
Yeah, like
We're
both
literally
sides.
it.
Both sides, it was me, you. I don't even want to count Colleen and Carrie because they're fucking related to Kevin, but they went to high school with us too. Even if you do count them, there were 5 people from our high school there
Yep.
that weren't getting married because there were me, you, Colleen, Carrie, and Lauren's little sister. I forget her name,
Faith.
but oh, it is Faith. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
But that was it. That was literally it. I was like, wow, that's fucking nuts. Like, like
It really
these
shocked
these
me.
guys really left Glenville and didn't fuck with anybody.
I personally, and it's nothing against anybody, I like that they just found that they
Yeah.
just had, like, their life is their life, and it's
I do
nothing,
too.
definitely nothing against anybody. I get that because I'm in Glenville and I don't talk to anybody. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's not even any knock on them, like not having people from high school there. It did just
Nope.
blow my mind. But yeah, that's no knock on them. It's great that they found other crews of friends not from Glenville. That is
to me,
very
it's
good.
that's what you would want, especially
Yeah.
whenever you spend as much time out like they have. You've got people, and they have careers too, like real jobs that they've been at for a
Yeah.
long time now. So that's what I think about so much. It's like, man, if I didn't get married so early, I'd have friends from like SLS at my wedding. I would have friends, but like, it was cool to see that dynamic because Kevin is like very much succeeding professionally,
Yeah.
and to see his adult friends and to see like that side of it, it was just really cool. Man,
Yeah.
he handled that wedding so freaking smoothly, like
Yeah, he did.
so smoothly.
It was,
incredible.
He was so pumped to like see and talk to everybody. Like whenever, like well, I remember whenever I showed up, he was like, "Oh, Wyatt, how you been, man?" When I gave him a hug and shit, I was like, "Hey, congratulations, you look sharp," and all that good stuff. Like it was nice to, it was definitely nice to see Kevin.
It's
It
the
was
first,
a kick-ass wedding, dude. It was so fun.
Yep, I like that. I'm glad you brought that up because it's the first time that I've ever been to a wedding and the groom is the first person to not only speak a word to me, but to literally greet me. And so, which obviously it's Kevin, so it's like we have that
Yeah.
relationship, but still, he should have been preoccupied. And he was just kind of getting everything set up and,
Yeah.
seeing what needed done and doing it. It was cool.
He was like checking on everybody and giving them the walkthrough of everything. He was like, "Yeah, there's no assigned seats. Like my family's on this side, Lauren's family's on this side. The drinks are over here." I was like, "Sweet." What I didn't know that I should have asked him are, "Where are your bottle openers?"
Yeah. Turns out there were none.
Glad I didn't ask him that before the wedding because he would have been like, "Oh."
That's what he would have been thinking about the whole time. Yeah.
Whole time.
Yeah. He'd have been saying his vows and been like, "Oh shit, there's one in my car."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That was
will
good.
without skipping around too much. I am going to skip forward to that just for a second, then we can backtrack. Yeah, just so people know what we're talking about. This fucking guy had they had a whole bunch of beers there at the wedding for all the adults. Plenty of adults. It was like 95% adults at that wedding. And they had tons of beers. They had just all the American beers. They had some imported beers. One of the imported beers is Corona. I don't know if anybody knows. Coronas aren't twist-offs. I thought they were. I haven't had a Corona in a while. I thought they were because they were so popular. They're not. And and he did not have a bottle opener. Nobody had a bottle opener. I sat there for 15 minutes prying that shit with Jocelyn's old car key before she finally got it off for me. Yeah, but he didn't have any bottle opener. I had to ask him when he came up to the table. I said, "Yeah, is there a bottle opener around this place, man?" He said, "No, I didn't even think of that until I went to go drink one."
Which is really funny, but
It is
also
funny.
It makes sense because it just shows. Well, if it's a special occasion drink, you're not going to think of it because you're not popping it too much.
Yeah.
But it was great, dude. From the ceremony, I mean, Lauren looked awesome. Kevin looked awesome. Lauren's dress
Yes.
was fucking beautiful. I loved her
Yeah.
dress. Their food choices were fucking
Oh my
phenomenal. Dude.
God, that food kicked ass, dude.
You cannot go wrong
Fucking-
with tacos and chips and dip. You can't.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 catering. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good quality Mexican too.
I made such a big ass, like 2 big ass tacos that I couldn't like eat it like a taco. Like you see me over there with the plastic fork and the knife. I was like,
Yeah, I
cutting it
did.
up.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
I piled everything on it. Like, they put the beef on it, and then I was like, oh shit, look at all this other stuff I can put on it. And I
Yeah.
overloaded it with like pico and fucking every other thing they had there, dude. I loaded it up. And then I didn't realize until I sat down and I thought, shit,
How am I doing this?
I
Yeah.
cannot pick this up.
Yeah.
I will ruin this new shirt if I try to pick this up. I'm not doing it.
Wow. It was good, dude. Such a good time. Yeah, dude, man. I'm just so happy for Kevin. That was so much fun. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that we were able to go. So I was thinking, I thought about it, the past 2 days since it. It's cool. It's crazy to think about, like, where we're all at right now, and like, it's just, man, it's wild. It's wild.
Yeah.
We're getting older.
It's crazy that like we were real iffy on going because it was so far from us. It was a 3-hour drive there, 3-hour drive back. We made it all in a day. Like we didn't
Yeah,
go and
you guys
stay in
drove
Parkersburg or
everywhere.
anything. Yeah, like I worked 7 to 7:30 Friday. Came home, did my normal shit, stayed up a little bit playing video games Friday night. Got up, got moving like on the road at like 11:30. Stopped to redo our wardrobe. Took stopped for gas, stopped for a bathroom break and shit. And then got there at like 5 after 4, I think. And then stayed there until probably 7:30, and then left. And we got back close to 11, I would say, because we made a couple stops on the way back. One thing I will say, I don't know if you happened to stop at anywhere near there on the way out, but we did. We stopped for gas and snacks and shit at the 7-Eleven that was right down the road. How in God's green earth does such a nice, pretty, expensive neighborhood only like 2 miles away from the most white trash 7-Eleven I've ever seen in my fucking life?
Because that neighborhood is out of the fucking blue, dude.
Yeah.
Like, every house up there, well, Andy's house. I know you could see some of the houses. Every house is what you could see plus. As you go farther up, they get nicer and nicer. That cul-de-sac up there is beyond the ones that are down in Taze Valley that I see, or that I've been through. Like, I understand your confusion, because how and why does that exist in that part of Parkersburg?
Like, I even understand it being, like, not the best gas station in the world, but, like, we pulled in there, and I was in line, like, in the store waiting. They were, like, aside from me, there were probably a combined, like, 12 teeth in that whole thing, and there's 4 people in line. And I'm like, yo, this is nuts. Like, I didn't feel safe.
Yeah,
So I got back to the car, and Jocelyn was like, I was fucking nervous out here pumping gas. I said, I was nervous in the fucking store. I thought these guys were going to try to, like, rob me for meth money or something, man.
That's a really good point. It's actually their cul-de-sac that her dad lives in is above Parkersburg standards as well.
Yeah.
Like, it
was
really
nice.
Yeah, it's really weird how fucking kick-ass it is.
Yeah, it was really nice because, like, right down the road, it's garbage. We passed a Dollar General market on the way there, which is something that I'd never seen. I was like, yo, that's like a grocery store.
Yeah,
like, it's not just a Dollar General. That's a grocery store. That's fucking sweet.
I've only been in one once, and there's one in over where in the little town my sister lives in Harrison County. But they are really dope. Like, really cool. Smart of Dollar General to kind of expand a little bit, because they're literally making themselves a one-stop shop now.
Yeah.
For the basics, anyway.
Yeah.
But they actually have a wide variety of food. It's really nice.
I didn't go in it. We just saw it. I was like, oh, shit, look at that.
Well, and what's funny is that I know which one you're talking about, because me and Faith saw it too, because we're like, oh, wow, that's only the second or third that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
That one's bigger than the one that's in Harrison County, too, so I bet that one's got an even better selection.
I think there's one in Braxton County somewhere, too, because I think my mom told me that my grandma has one now, yeah.
Shit.
Which is pretty nice.
They put them in the most weird spots. Yeah. Like, if your grandma's got one, that's really out there.
Mm-hmm. Which, I drove through Gasaway not that long ago. We went and I think it was one of the first times that Jocelyn came down to visit, maybe the second or third one.
Mm-hmm.
We went to my grandma's house, and then we needed to go to Flatwoods, and then just for shits and giggles, me and Mom decided we were like, we're gonna take her on the whole scenic tour of Braxton County. Like, we're gonna take like the whole everything that we used to see. So we drove back by my old house before me and Mom moved to Glenville, and then we took like, which that's out in the fucking sticks. And then we
I've never even seen that.
yeah. We didn't get to actually go see it because it's up on a hill, and the land starts at the bottom of the hill. And I was like, I'm not trying to get shot. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, not to say the people at the top of the hill were bad people, but like you're that far out in the middle of nowhere. Somebody drives up your driveway and you don't know who they are. You're like,
What's going on
here?
Yeah. You know, if somebody's showing up, you know. So it's yeah. That makes sense.
I remember when I was a kid, my parents. It was like one of the first times I was left home alone. It was probably the year we moved. I was sitting at home and I didn't know it, but my parents had agreed with one of the neighbors like down the road, because that was as close as neighbors got back there, that they were going to re-gravel our driveway. And I didn't know that. And I saw somebody in our driveway and they just stopped at the end of it, and I couldn't see what they were doing because they were hauling the gravel out of the bed of the truck. So they were behind the truck. I couldn't see him. I just thought somebody was stopped in the driveway. And, you know, we were so far out in the sticks, we didn't have cell phones. I had to get on the house phone. I called Mom at work, and I was like, Mom, there's somebody, like, in the driveway. Like, I don't know what's going on. She said, oh, no, she said, oh, no, that's just the neighbors. They were giving us gravel. I said, well, you could have told me.
Come on, yeah.
It was, like, the first time I was ever left at home. I was freaking out. Because I was like, man, like, if somebody comes into this house and kills me, I can't even yell for help and anybody will hear me. That's how far out we were.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, that wedding was, it was fucking incredible. It was very fun. They had a wide variety of drinks. Those Tito's pouches were something. Oh, my God.
Dude, I smashed those. I did not realize how much those things were great.
Did you feel it on the way home, or you're like, oh?
I felt it whenever I sat in the car. I was like, oh, I should have stood a little longer. It was good. It was good for sure. I enjoy just thinking about it. We were driving home, and I was like, man, we're looking forward to ties, because we know ties will be in Kentucky and stuff. But
yeah.
Like, the last one of my high school friends, me and Faith were trying to think of who all do we have to look, or like, that we are really looking forward to, that is already in a relationship at all, that we could kind of count on. And dude, I'm so excited for yours. Pretty sure people, but I'm so excited for yours now, just because.
Yeah.
Well, just because everybody else's has been fun, and I'm excited to see how yours is.
Well, mine would be a blast too, because especially if all goes to plan. Like, I think I found the person it's going to be with. You know what I mean? Like, I think I can confidently say that. Like, I have a good time, and if that is the case, then that motherfucker's going to be a party. Like, it's gonna be a blast, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be one of those things that, like, we don't even care if it goes off without a hitch. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Everybody just has to have fun. Like, that's all that matters.
That's awesome.
And all of my friends' weddings so far, everybody's had fun.
Yep.
Like, yours was killer, Kevin's was killer, Nathan's was even fun despite the fucking monsoon that happened in the middle of it.
Yeah, I think that made it cooler. I really do. I really, in the moment, it was like, oh, fuck, this is right during when we're eating. But
it was too, and the tarps blowing off the fucking thing. That was crazy, man. We all have to, like, or we didn't have to, but we just, like, out of our good graces, we're like, yo, let's make sure everything on these tables are weighed down and hold this fucking tarp. And I remember sitting there holding it, and I'm like, yo, if the wind really catches, we're all just taking a flight.
And it really would have, yeah. That was crazy, dude. That came out of nowhere.
It did.
And then it was beautiful. It was beautiful afterwards.
Yeah, humid as fuck, but yeah, it was beautiful. And I remember everybody trying to pull out of the parking lot, including me, or just, like, spinning tires, because the parking was on a hill in the middle of the field, and it just stormed like a motherfucker.
We were, A little farther in this podcast, I'll say a story about Nate's wedding, but since it wasn't my wedding, I don't want to, because...
Yeah, we gotta make sure only the real troopers hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those people that bail out at 30 minutes, go ahead and bail out. You don't get to hear the fun shit.
Yeah, this one will be a good story though. Whenever we'll talk about it eventually, because Dathan's wedding was just fun.
Nathan's wedding was fun.
We got a story about them all. Oh my gosh, I love moments like that, dude. That's literally what I live for, and what I've thought about and what I'm looking forward to is whenever we're past that and we're all at a point of comfortable living to some extent, to where like it's not going to be weddings necessarily we have those at, but maybe it'll be holidays or vacations or like little gatherings, still making sure that the celebrations are had, even if it's, occasional and for small stuff rather than the large celebrations. Me and Ty talk about that all the time. That's like,
I talked to Ty today, man, and he said something fucking. I'm pulling out my phone so I can actually read it. I want to get it word for word. He said, because I was talking, we got in a conversation about what we're doing and this and that, and I was like, I said I'm job hunting, like I'm just trying to I was like, I have a job right now, but I'm trying to like make more money, trying to, just what you were talking about, trying to get to a point of more comfortability and actually do things. It's like I want to have enough money to live and have fun and shit, not just pay the bills.
Yep.
And then he said, me, you, Justin, and Kev need to buy a damn 10-acre plot and start the compound already. I said that would be sick as fuck.
Bro, let's fucking do it.
That would kick so much ass. And he was like, the funny thing is like, that's not even out of the realm of possibility. I said, no, not at all. I said,
it's very...
Yeah, I said 4 people, like, especially if we get, like, halfway decent job. All we need is halfway decent jobs. 4 people? I was like, yeah, we can easily do that. It'd be sweet, dude.
Dude, we could all buy the land right now for little to nothing for for 4 people and what we could get. I mean, I'm sure everybody's credit score is good. So
yeah. Everybody's credit score is at the very least not bad. So yeah, I think we could definitely get it done.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That'd be sweet. I would try to think of what all we put in it. I think, you know what, that needs to... think on that for the rest of the episode. We'll do a list at the end of the episode. What all needs to be included in the compound? 5 things. We'll do this one on the fly. We'll circle back around to that before we close. I think we have some solid ideas.
Dude. Ty's really fucking on to something right here.
I know. We need a name for it, too.
Oh, dude, I'm a marketing...
Yeah, I was about to say, you could easily think of a name for it. You thought of a name for the podcast in about 4 minutes, and I was like, that's sweet. I like it. I don't know how long it actually took you, but I remember the first suggestion. I was like, damn, that's pretty good.
It was the first suggestion, but what's upsetting is that I thought it was unique until I saw that other people had it. And
the other guys, yeah.
The other guys.
The other guys. We can have them on as guests. We can
we need to have the Backroad Banter. Yes.
Yeah, Backroad Banter squared.
Dude, that's that's the title for that one.
Just Backroad Banter with the little 2 up top. That would be sick. I don't know any of these guys' stuff. I haven't looked at any of their stuff. I don't know if they're happy, fun-loving guys. They obviously are, because they haven't messaged us threatening to rip our fucking throats out for the name.
No. Well, they also do theirs from a garage just randomly, so I think I think they're like us, just older and probably like a little more settled in. Like,
oh, really? Okay, yeah. Shout out to those guys, though. I'll make a little clip of this. Shouts out to those guys. Well, and if they stumble back across it, then I hope they do.
Dude, that would be great.
Yeah, we'll run the Backroad Banter podcast.
Oh my gosh,
that'd be funny as fuck.
Oh, I like coming up with a lot of genius material right now.
Just right off the rip, dude. Just off the top of the head.
Very much enjoying it. Damn, dude, I like this compound idea.
The compound is sweet.
Here's the thing. Oh shit. Oh, I've already got. Oh man, let's make this shit happen. I've already got ideas. I'm building stuff in my mind. I've already got.
I love it.
Oh, we're gonna have.
I feel like you're sitting down there coming up with your list just on the fly, like you're just rattling them off, dude. I hear you writing.
Yeah, I just.
I hear the actual pen on the paper.
Dude, I am like, I love this idea so much, and it's funny because it's not like it is a dumb 28-year-old idea, but like it's
Yeah.
a
It's not an impossible
it's
idea.
not an impossible idea. It's not like we're 18 years old, fresh in college, thinking like, dude, you know, it'd be sweet as if we just all like, no.
Oh, if we were 18, if we were 18, the idea of the compound would be so much dumber than it is right now. We'd be like, yeah, dude, we got to get hose and a big weed farm out back. And
Yeah, it'd be a waste of space.
it would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, now it would be a literal safe haven and a slight retreat.
Yeah, it'd be sweet. You know what? And then we could rent it out, and people could have weddings there. We could charge people fucking wedding venues.
Yes, I'll do videography, photography, do the weddings themselves.
That's building on the idea you had the other day. There we go. The compound's the land. The compound is the land that you needed. You have all the rest of the skills and certifications and abilities.
Yeah, and you guys are all good with music, so we got some built-in DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a one-stop shop for all your entertainment needs. Wedding venues, parties.
That's right.
Funerals, ceremonies.
We could do funerals there. If you wanted to have a lot of fun at a funeral, we could definitely do a funeral there. You do not get to bury the people in the compound unless you give us like a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the... Pretty sure I can do funeral processions as well.
Really? That's sweet.
I know that once you get ordained, because there's a whole long thing that you get, there's a lot more like perks to it than just like being able to marry somebody.
Yeah, you get a parking space too. I know that. You
Yeah,
told me
mine's
that.
still hanging. Yeah, I still have my thing hanging up there, and I got a nice little clergy badge. So I got a badge that literally says clergy with the like church emblem on it, and so it's almost like I could get into a building if there was a building that would let me in.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But yes, I love that idea. We're circling back. I just wrote a big circle on my paper, so I know circle back to that thing. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's not talk about. Great idea, Ty. Just letting you know. Let's not talk about that.
That's a fucking killer idea. I love it.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be stuck on this idea for the compound for probably the next 15 years. So.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, the compound's got to happen.
Dude,
it's the goal of the next decade, and if it's not the next decade, we still got to chase it till we die.
Yeah, it could be middle-age retirement goals.
Yeah.
You know, when we really are hopefully set up and have assets.
Even then, if a couple of us, like even if just one of us or two of us gets a lucky bounce, like we could still do it by the time we're 30.
That'd be man. If we get.
We could all have our own houses on the compound.
I am, dude, I almost have it worked out. I almost want to just build out a freaking layout of this place. I think
once the thing.
Once we get all of our options in terms of everything we want included on it, that's what we'll do. Is I'll build a layout. I'll actually put a graphic design like a map together. I'll make it look official.
Yeah, so we need to get Ty on here to talk about the compound. We already have somebody that's called dibs on first guest. Ty could definitely be second guest, and we'll go over the compound.
Well, let him know when you talk to him again, or I will whenever I talk to him. I do about once a week, but it's usually also random whenever I do. So
yeah,
I swear I'll remember, but still, we'll get to that. We'll do that, and who knows? Maybe one day we'll be co-compound owners. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be. That'd be fucking sweet. I forget where we left off on that wedding.
I'm so excited. I don't know. The whole point is it was a freaking fantastic everything. Food, drinks, the atmosphere, the people. Lauren's dad I want to comment on because I'm a very emotional guy anymore. And that's all I did was feel the emotion and the love from him, both for Kevin and for Lauren and just everything that he's been through and he's seen them go through. And it just... it's very inspirational to me, and it's very, very cool to see him get to marry them.
Yeah.
So, But everybody's going to see it because I'm throwing up a picture of me and Kevin and Wyatt up here, as well as
Yes!
the group on here as well, because I like the group photo. So
We should Photoshop Ty into it.
everybody gets to see it. Yeah, I'm going to put 12-year-old Ty, though. Ty, when he first moved
That
here.
would be funny as fuck.
Just basketball Ty. Just grab a picture from basketball and put him in there.
It would be even funnier if it, like, wasn't even, Ty. We don't have a picture of another fourth person. Like, we just have the couples pictures and stuff. But it would be funny if we had a picture of me, you, Kevin, and then somebody that's obviously not Ty, and we just put Ty's face on it.
I wish we would have got a picture with Nathan and then
We
put Nathan's face on it. Oh my gosh, bro. That would have been... Actually, we wouldn't have had to Photoshop anything. We would have just had to change the hair yellow, which I can do. If you guys would have stalled this guy, if you guys know Nathan Stout, our friend Nathan Stout from Glenville, West Virginia, he's been to Ashland, been to UC, been to SIU. Now he's up there killing it in New Jersey with his training in Taekwondo or martial arts.
Jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, second place. Congratulations to Nate, too. Second place.
Yeah.
First tournament ever.
No, screw you, Nathan. You never said hi to us at the wedding. It was really rude of you. We saw you multiple times. We were even talking about you. Walked right by our table and you acted like you didn't go to school with us for 12 years.
I'm gonna give some light background on the whole Nathan thing. So there was this guy that I'm not gonna go into too many details on why it's funny.
His name's Nathan.
There was this fella, Nathan, who definitely didn't look like Nathan. But he had one striking similarity. And we'll leave that open to interpretation so we don't get canceled. And we joked the entire time about this guy being Nathan. And then sure enough, the fucking table next to us yells for somebody named Nathan. And I said, no. There's no way.
Because they were pointing right in this guy's direction. So
unfortunately, that is not who they were talking to. Because if it was, I would have actually fucking cried. Like, I would have cried laughing.
I would have just thanked him. Thank you.
I was laughing anyway. Jocelyn doesn't even know who Nathan is. Yeah. She knows who he is, but she's never met him. Yeah. And when she heard that, the look on her face was fucking priceless. Like, the look on her face said, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Which I think is actually what I said out loud. I said, no fucking way. I said, there is no chance. And then the actual Nathan came over, and I said, oh.
Yeah. There's a white guy with short business hair. Yep, that's Nathan.
Yep. God, that had the potential to be the funniest shit on earth. It was still pretty funny.
It was still good. Yeah,
it was still pretty good. Yeah.
It was still good.
But yeah, man, that wedding, like, you back around to that shit was a blast. That shit was so good. Oh, shout out to Kevin and Lauren for having such a nice, simple, just fun wedding. All the drinks you could drink with no bottle openers, but fortunately you only need a bottle openers for one drink. That's why there were so many Coronas left in the cooler. I was like, why hasn't anybody been drinking these? And then I got one and I said,
yeah. That's what's ironic. I like Coronas, but it's weird. I really only want a Corona with a lime.
Yeah.
Like, it's not doing anything really. Like, I can taste it, but it's not doing anything. But it's more just, it's just a thing.
It's the effect. It's the effect, yeah. The only reason I even got a Corona is because my girlfriend stole my goddamn Modelo.
Yeah.
And, like, the second I got it, because she didn't tell me she wanted a beer, which that's kind of on me. I should have asked her if she wanted a beer. And then I get back, and I set this beer down on the table, and she takes it. I said, that's fine. I saw something else in there I want. And I went back, and I grabbed a Corona, and I got back to the table, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. And then we were stuck for 5 minutes.
Yeah, fuck, it felt longer than that. And I'm sitting there, like, dying, by the way. I just had these tacos loaded up with jalapenos, so my shit was just spicy as hell. And I'm, like, on the verge of sweating. I might have actually started sweating. because there wasn't much airflow in that building. Like there was if you were standing in the doorway, but if you weren't, then it wasn't too super hot. But if you get in if you get in any building with a lot of people in it, like the temperature's gonna raise. So I'm sitting in there in that thing, fighting off these jalapenos that I had with no drink because my dumbass finished all my beer, and I'm just struggling to get this Corona open with no bottle opener. I could have done it off the table, but I didn't want to like shake the whole table and ruin everybody's good time and their meal. And on top of that, I didn't want there to be a big bang across.
Yep. Which probably would have happened. So it was very
It
smart.
100% would have happened. Like I lined it up on the table to see if I could do it, and then it just wasn't like straight enough because it was one of the plastic tables
Had that
with
tiny little.
It was like the rounded edges almost, and I was like, "There's no fucking chance this is gonna work. I'm not even gonna try. Like I'm just gonna make a bunch of noise and spill food, and everybody's gonna have a bad time."
You should have just threw it on the ground and then licked up out of the puddle.
Yeah, I just broke it. Just broke the shit out of it and drank the glass and all.
I'm just thinking about how the Grinch stole Christmas when he's just eating trash. That'd be funny if you grabbed a fresh Corona in front of everybody and just cracked the bottom off, and you had somehow you did it just nicely to where there was still 10 ounces of beer in there, and then in front of everybody you just dumped it out and started crunching on the glass like this is the good shit right here.
This is what I came here for.
Yeah, Kevin.
Just bleeding. Bleeding profusely from my mouth, beer on the ground.
Oh.
I love this shit. I felt like much less of an idiot because I was scared to try too hard to open it because I could have sworn I swore Coronas were twist-offs, but maybe I'm wrong. And I'm sitting there fighting it, and then not even 5 minutes later, I see some other guy go get one. Also didn't have a bottle opener. And I saw this guy trying with all of his might. No shirt or nothing, just bare hand. I mean, he had a shirt on, but he didn't. You saw how I was doing it.
Yeah.
I had the tail of my shirt trying to twist it.
You were being smart.
Yeah, and he was just he didn't have any cover or nothing, just bare hand fucking.
Man.
I'm like, oh. I said I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to feel like an idiot, but that guy, he's going full bore on this thing and it's not working.
I'm gonna say he already had a few beers.
Yeah.
That probably weren't Coronas, and
he might have had some of those Cayman Jacks, man. God damn.
I wish I would have had one of those just to try because they seem to work.
Yeah, I bought a pack of them before. I bought a 6-pack of them, and I got the most vicious hangover of my life.
What's it? What kind of liquor is it?
It's tequila. It's
cool.
it's like pre-mixed margarita. Yeah. Which I don't know if anybody's ever had pre-mixed margarita. It's not the highest quality of tequila. They're stout and they will kick your ass.
Yeah,
I don't even know if they sell them in 6-packs. I think they only sell them in 4s.
That's hilarious. That's good to know.
Yeah, I want to say they're 8 or 9% or something like that. They're pretty stiff. They're good. They taste good. But I bought a thing of them one time and I had the worst hangover of my damn life, dude. It was brutal.
That's crazy.
I haven't seen them in very many places, but I used to live right next to a beer distributor, and they had them back at my last apartment with my roommate. That beer distributor had Cayman Jacks, and that's where I found them because I went in there and I said, "Pre-mixed margarita." Yes.
Why not? Yeah. Certainly, I'll try this.
Yeah, but anybody that was drinking those things, I only saw one person drinking those things. I don't even know if they were in the cooler, but I only did check one cooler. So
yeah. I was in a couple coolers. I'm pretty sure those were personal.
Probably. Yeah, I couldn't imagine anybody but if you want your wedding to go off nice, you're not going to fill up a cooler of Cayman Jack because there's going to be a couple people that get entirely too drunk.
Yep.
Then again, they did have mixed drink frozen Tito's. So.
And I'll tell you what, I crushed 3 of those blueberry fucking things on top of all the beer that I had. It was delicious.
So good.
Delicious. They did, yeah. That was delicious.
But yeah, shouts out to them. The one more thing I want to touch on, that DJ. How the fuck? So this guy, he goes, he's doing a fine job all night, right? He's doing his thing, playing his music, doing all the stuff, announcing all the stuff the way he's supposed to. Until this happens. We get to the dance with the bride and her dad and the groom and his mom. And he gets to the end of it. The bride and her dad went first. And this guy says, "Give it up for..." and doesn't say anything else. He doesn't say who. I understand that he might not know their names, but you know their positions in this thing. I don't know how you don't know at least the dad's name. He probably paid you.
Did they do it for Lauren too?
They did it for both of them, yeah. I noticed that's why I listened so hard for Kevin and his mom. Whenever Kevin and his mom did the one, like, I was already listening because I want to know, like, does he not know anybody's name? Because he did it for Lauren too. Yeah, I think I was the only one that noticed that though. And then of course then the groom Kevin and his mom do the dance, and then again he's, "All right, give it up for..." and says nothing. Like, I get it if you don't remember their names. You know what I mean? This guy's a DJ, probably meets a lot of people, does DJ work for a good handful of people. But you're at a wedding, bro. Like, how do you not say, "Give it up for the bride and her dad"?
Doesn't even try to, because at the end of Kevin and Maureen's dance, he says, "And give it up once again for..."
Yes.
And then left it at 4.
I wanted to yell, "Kevin!"
Yeah. It's just, that frustrated me as somebody that's just really OCD and, like, wedding day's going to be perfect. If it's going to be fucked up, it needs to be me that fucks it up, not
Yeah.
somebody not knowing my name. But that's what frustrated me with it, was once you pointed it out, I was waiting for the whole dance, for the whole second half of Kevin and Maureen's dance. The guy didn't even bother looking around to look at signage or any. Like,
no, there's big fucking signs that said Kevin and Lauren, or Lauren and Kevin Watkins. Like, there's all sorts of them, and they didn't pay it. He didn't look for them.
No, I don't think he had any. They're just. I don't think. I know he put no effort into that. And as somebody that was just solely drinking and eating on the side with my wife and my friends, that was shitty.
Yeah, I hate that I pointed that out to everyone. I was like, he doesn't know anybody's name.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He didn't know anybody's name. Yeah, you know what? I know, especially, when it comes time for me, because I know that my family's ain't, like, mine and her family are not paying for that shit, so I know that we're going to be paying for that shit. So whenever that comes time, I'm going to tell that DJ, I'll be like, "Yo, if you try to say give it up for anybody and you don't remember either of our names, I will take you out back and I will fucking stomp you."
Yeah, because you still have to pay the guy because you'll have a contract. So
yeah.
You'll have to pay him no matter what, but he has to learn.
Yeah, like if you don't say our names, at least say what we're here for. If you just say give it up for blank, I might roundhouse kick you.
Yep.
And I can still get my leg up that high somehow, so I will roundhouse kick you. It might not connect full force, but it's not gonna feel good. But yeah, no, that was literally the only critique I had, and that's such a little critique. That's more so to make fun of the DJ, because it was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nothing on the wedding itself. The wedding was
no, it is no knock on the wedding. It was just a good thing to laugh at. I was like, oh shit, he doesn't know their names.
Yeah, that wedding was, rock
so
on.
Fun, man.
Good fun.
Very, very
Good
glad
time.
I went, because like we were iffy on going because it was so like long of a trip, and I didn't have the day before or the day after off work, so like it was a little bit of a hassle for me to get there, get back, get rested up for work. Turns out I didn't have to get rested up for work. I left early yesterday because there was nothing going on. There's a reason there was nothing going on, but for the sake of being professional and not shitting on my workplace, I'm not going to say why. But there was a there was something wrong with the production line that got to the point where I didn't need to be there. And shout out to my Saturday guys. Shout out to the guy that filled in for me Saturday. because him doing as much work as he did is the reason that I didn't have to be there.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because if he didn't do as much as he did, then I would have been like, well, even if they're not running, I can still do A, B, C, and D to get ready for Monday. But I didn't have to.
Yeah.
I called my supervisor and I was like, hey, like everything's done. Like, am I good to use the rest of my PTO and just leave early? And he was like, well, is this done? I said, yeah, it was done when I got here. Is this done? It was done when I got here. What about, this, and this? I said, it was all done when I got here. Like, I haven't done anything today. I've done minimal work. Like, I put a couple things away. Like, I said, the guys yesterday killed it. There's nothing for me to do, man. There's no reason for me to be here.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got to go home and watch night 2 of SummerSlam. So that was cool. Which I watched night 1 on the drive home. I was sitting in the passenger seat, Peacock up on my phone, watching the fucking wrestling show.
I didn't even realize SummerSlam was going on.
Yeah, it was 2 days this year.
Why?
I don't know. Money, just to make money, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only reason they do anything.
Yeah. It was 2 days. It was cool. I didn't watch all of night 1. I literally just caught the main event. It was fucking sweet though. I was like, damn, these guys are just fucking smacking each other really hard.
Who was it?
CM Punk and Gunther. The fucking. And it was CM Punk won. CM Punk was the world heavyweight champion for 5 minutes. And then the one dude came in and fucking with the briefcase thing. You remember the old Money in the Bank briefcase shit? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came in and cashed in and took the belt. And then the second night was the second night.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny because I'm sitting there in the passenger seat and I'm a little hammered, so they fucking count to 3 and I'm like, yes! I was like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And then I heard the music hit and I said no. Ooh. Second night was John Cena and Cody Rhodes, and John Cena's fucking still got it, dude. That shit was crazy. That was like 30 plus minutes, and it was like one of the street fight things. So they're just like beating each other with chairs and throwing them through the tables and shit. Like John Cena's old ass fucking did his shit. And I sent you that video of that lady fucking killing herself through the ladder.
Yeah, that's one of the gnarliest fucking body gives, and I'm saying body gives because she gave her body that night. Like.
That was nuts, bro. That was fucking crazy.
You're risking so much when you take that jump. Like,
oh my god, yeah. Like I was watching her fall. Like I've watched enough wrestling to know that what's going to happen at this point, but I didn't want to believe it was about to happen because she had the ladder lined up, not center with the ring. I said, "There's no way she's going to fall off of this thing." I forgot there was even anything for her to fall through to break her fall. And then I saw the ladder start to tip, and I was like, "Oh my god, she's gonna fucking die!" Because I thought she was just spilling straight out to the floor. And then I saw her go through the ladder. But yeah, and then as the show went off the air, fucking Brock Lesnar came back and then murdered John Cena, and then the credits rolled. Or I don't think they do credits, but yeah, it was
right.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool that I had got to leave early Sunday and catch that because I didn't have shit else to do. Jocelyn was working, so I'm just sitting there at the house like, fuck, what do I do? And I checked the time. I said, oh, I know what I can do. I can watch this show. I don't have shit else going on.
Yeah, that's cool. It's funny that they just keep bringing back old people.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Brock Lesnar and John Cena are both pushing 50.
I think it's funny to still have CM Punk winning fucking titles.
I know, right? Yeah, he's also pushing 50. I'm wearing a shirt.
I'm all for having him in there because I know he himself is not retiring fully, but like he ain't gonna win no fucking title.
That's what I thought too. I was like, surely he's not gonna win this thing. That's why, like, when I saw the 3 count, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was actual shock.
Yeah, I said surely something shady's about to happen, and then something shady happened.
Couldn't go down that way.
Yeah, but no, it was a cool. It was a cool 2 days of show. I only watched one match of the first night because I was in the car. But yeah, the second night was fun. I was like, shit, this is all right. Like I wish I could have been there. I was at last year's SummerSlam. It was only one night though.
Really?
Yeah, last year's was.
I didn't know you were at
SummerSlam. Yeah, I was at SummerSlam last year. I was the one I went to with Josh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's actually where I got this shirt. I don't remember if I got this shirt in Cleveland or Indy. No, I got this shirt in Indy. I got the other shirt that I got in Cleveland.
That's cool then.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was at the one last year. I barely even remember what happened, but it was cool. It was pretty fun. Just going to those shows is a fucking blast. There's an AEW show next month that I'm gonna try to. If my mom asks me what I want for my birthday, I'm gonna be like tickets.
Yeah.
Tickets.
Heck yeah.
There's a show. There's a show in 2 weeks. Tickets.
Up there in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's the 24th or something like that. I think I'm off. I think I'm off work. Yeah, I think I'm off work for it. So if I am, I'm gonna try to go.
That's awesome. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, because I went last year. That was my birthday present from fucking some jackass that ruined the whole event. And he didn't ruin the whole event, but he ruined it for me. Because at
least you experienced it.
I got to watch it, and then in my mind I was like, my buddy's taking me out for this thing for my birthday. I'm gonna get to drink and have fun, and he's gonna drive us home. And it was the other way around. It was like, oh, he's gonna sit here and get fucking pissed drunk and yell and annoy me the whole time while I'm trying to watch this fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
No, I'm not either. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck else I was expecting. I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Yeah, but at least you got to experience it because that is cool, and now you kind of know what to expect, and you can't have a worse time. So
that's true.
It just
and it was a good show. It was a good show because the one I went to last year was like the 5th anniversary show or whatever. It was fun.
Good.
Yeah.
It's awesome. AW's kicking butt.
They had good matches and shit. Fucking the main event was nuts. The whole show was nuts, actually. I remember watching that show and I was like, damn, this hasn't stopped. Like, this is... Yeah, I watched one dude get... They tape a show before the live show. Like, they tape their secondary show or whatever before the live show, or at least they used to. And I watched this dude get a fucking, like, super concussion.
Really?
It was so bad, they cut the feed and shut the lights off in the stadium. Because they didn't want, like, everybody looking at him taking videos and shit. Like, he knocked himself the fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. That's why you shouldn't be doing that, kids.
Yeah, right? Yeah, if you're a kid that wants to be a professional wrestler, you should probably consider getting a real job.
Here's the thing. I'll give you the whole outline. I'm not even a big wrestling fan anymore. I'll give you the outline. If you want to be a professional wrestler, all right, first of all, you need to be a D1 to D2 lowest college athlete and pretty good at your sport. You then need to try to turn pro and fail at it. Once you fail at it, you need to decide, okay, well, I'm still a super freak and understand that you are still a super freak.
Yep.
And then you go and take your talents to some lowball cities. And you start learning how to wrestle and how to act.
Yeah, because you're already jacked as fuck. Just make yourself a little marketable. And then you'll get, like, contracts, like, flying. They'll be like, hey, dude, like, even if you don't get signed, they'll be like, hey, do you want to show up to this show? We'll give you X amount of money.
Yep, exactly.
That's how so many of them started, too, especially the WWE guys. They're just like, oh, you couldn't make it to the NFL? You want to do this?
That's literally what they were looking for. I feel like Vince was getting scouting reports for people that failed out that just couldn't make it in the NFL, and then he was like, yeah, let me look at this guy.
Yeah.
Let me look at this
goddamn kid, you goddamn kid, you kind of suck at football. You want to,
I think you'd make a damn great wrestler. But honestly, to be fair, not great professional football players make really good professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like, they all do, because they're all big, and they're all freaking... Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. I remember Brock Lesnar he did wrestling first and then tried to be a football player.
Yeah, but was his because Vince... I feel like his was because Vince went after him and was like, I'll give you this fucking giant money, because he had some stupid contract, didn't he?
Yeah, because he was like an all-American, he was a national champion collegiate, like, actual wrestler. Like mat wrestling, like amateur wrestling, yeah. He was like all-American, national champion, all this and that. Like, he kicked fucking ass. Yeah, and on top of that, like, just look at the fucking guy. He's always looked like that. Yep. He's always been this giant fucking behemoth of a dude. So they were like, hey, you want to try this shit out? And then I think the reason that he quit was because, you know, like they don't travel as much now because they don't do as many live shows and shit. And on top of that, they have a billion fucking people on the roster. But it like, I think the reason that he quit the first time was like, yo, this is too much. Like, I'm never home. This kind of fucking sucks. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. So then he quit and tried to be an NFL player, and that didn't work. And then he tried to be a UFC fighter, and it did work.
Yeah,
because he's
fucking
a
champion.
fucking animal, yeah.
Yeah, because it turns out that wrestling does indeed still transfer over to mixed martial arts.
Yeah, actual wrestling transfers over to mixed martial arts, yeah.
Wrestling. Real, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
and then CM Punk tried to do it. He was like, well, you know, Brock did it, I can do it.
Yeah,
and then he quickly learned that he's not Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. There are very few people that, you know, outside of martial arts can transfer to MMA. Brock was one, and then the only other ones really seem to be like military guys that also have some sort of martial arts training and then are just very mentally fucked in the head in terms of like what they're okay with being done to them.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar is also just one of those extra rare human beings that I think if he, like, whatever he wanted to do, he probably could. You know what I mean?
He is, I don't know, I think it's funny because him being in the WWE, like, people consider The Rock a genetic freak over everything. No, Rock's not a genetic freak. He is a very tall, huge Samoan whose dad had the exact same structure as him.
Yeah.
Brock is a genetic freak.
Brock Lesnar is he doesn't make any sense.
And we know that because his genetics produced him in a girl body. His daughter, killer. She just won the national championship again in shot put.
Yeah, she's a shot put murderer. And looks exactly like him.
Looks exactly like. Those are the genetics that the Vikings would try to push it through. Tried in every, like... And then you have the people like, again, you just said CM Punk, who is really just a normal dude and was like, let me see what I can do. You know?
God bless him. Like, I'm a fan of the dude, but yeah, there's a certain point where you need to fucking you need to know your lane and stay in that motherfucker, man. You don't need to be doing that shit.
Yeah. It's really funny. You don't see, which you got to give him a little bit of credit within that, because there really aren't many people, you know, of his statue that are going to go from fake wrestling to the most legit and graphic form of fighting that you can do on Earth. You know,
especially as like old as he was. He wasn't old, but it was like mid-30s. Like, you can't transition to be you can't transition to be a world-class fighter when you're fucking 34, 35, whatever he was. You can't do that.
Was he that? I thought he was older, but yeah, it's just... Yeah, no, 35 years old trying to fucking start MMA.
Yeah, Brock was at least like Brock on top. On top of that, Brock is also, like we said, not human. Yeah. But he was also like still in his 20s. He was probably our age when he tried to fight in UFC. I think he was probably close to our age because he's like 48 or something now.
But plus, there's the difference of Brock's a real national and world champion in wrestling. He has represented he has represented real things comparative to, like, the WWE is a real organization, but you know what I mean. He is
like it's not a real fighting organization.
It's not a real fight. Yeah.
Like they fuck each other up. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, they take bumps and fuck each other up like crazy, but yeah, like Brock Lesnar is actually like a legitimate combat sport athlete. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, he was literally built to do fucking just
damage
Neanderthal
to
fighting.
Yes.
Yeah. He was designed to cause harm.
Yes, that in some form, in some asset or facet, like he was not built for office work. That is most certain.
No, he's a dude that, like, it's crazy because there's some, like, since I watched wrestling and shit, like, there's some guys that I see on there that I'm like, wow, if this didn't exist, what would these guys do? And then I see Brock Lesnar, and I'm like, wow, if this didn't exist, what would he do? And I'm like, well, fuck, a lot of things, but definitely not anything normal.
Yeah.
He'd probably, like, fucking wrestle bears or some bullshit.
Yeah, he would be, dude. Now, what's funny is, there's probably a bunch of people that have been like him because, as he has said in his interviews, well, I just got big from working all the time, from
Yeah, he was like a farm boy. Yeah,
Yep, the farm
he's
work
from
that I
Minnesota.
do. He would just be a fucking big stout farmer, like a bunch of them that there are around. Like,
Yeah, which I think that is what he does in his spare time, anyways. I think he just has a farm and just fucking.
yeah, which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
why not? Especially if you know it and you don't have to worry about money. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about on our compound.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, which I think is a good point to transition over to. It is about that time.
Yeah.
If I don't have anything written down because I want to go, I want to not pick the things that you picked. So we're gonna do a list. We're gonna shoot for 5. If we can't come up with 5, that's okay. We've never done an impromptu list, really. We have. It's always been impromptu for one of us, and that one of us is always you, because I think of this list idea, and then I fire off these ideas in my head, and then I'll text it to you, and I'm like, okay, we're doing this today. So we're bringing this back from the grave. Really, the bracket kind of pummeled the list into the fucking dirt, but the list is back, dude. So
Yep.
I'll let you lead off.
Yep.
Because I know you already got some ideas. So one of 5 things that, if the 4 of us get the compound going, what would be on the compound?
Yep. So the first and foremost, because Ty did bring this up to you, I'm push a little bit credit towards him, but also while including some of my own interests. This goes back to something that me and Ty talked about 2 years ago and have periodically talked about doing since. We're going to have a very small blacksmith shop
That's sick.
for silver refining. We are going to melt and make our own silver coins and bars and pours and stuff. And so refinery blacksmith shop, a small one right on the compound.
That's a good one. I got a really good idea that I don't even know if you thought of. If you want to touch more on that, go ahead before I cut you off and go to something else.
Nope, just the silver refining.
Nice.
Silver refinery.
I thought of one just now that I thought of some ideas earlier when I threw it out there, and this wasn't one of them. This one I thought of literally, like a minute ago. He said 10 acres, right?
Yep.
And are we imagining that money's not an object here, right?
No.
Okay. A very small 9-hole par 3 golf course.
That is funny. I have a 3-hole par 3 golf course to make it so like that.
We could even cut down the holes, but a par 3 golf course of some size.
Yep. I think a 3-hole par 3 golf course would be good because then we could add. You know what? I'm going to add on top of yours a putting green to go with the few holes so that we always have our room to putt, and we also have our couple holes to go through and play and practice.
It should be 3 different holes that lead into the same green.
That's actually ideal.
That would optimize space.
That's what they do in Europe. Most European courses, a lot of them play 2 holes into one. So you'll have 2 different cups just on completely different edges of the green because they're so far away. So yeah, that would be. I play those on the VR golf game.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
so a par 3 golf course of some size has to be in there.
I like it. Well, that is what I had. So I'm going to add, just because I love I'm going to add a basketball and pickleball court, which is just
nice
court.
Yeah.
But,
those could even double as the same thing if we really wanted them to.
I think we do. Do.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest way to do it. It'd be the cheapest way to do it, too.
Yep.
Even if money's not an object, I feel like we would still be slight cheapskates about this. We'd be like, no, we're going to get as many uses out of this one thing as we can.
Yep. Space. We're thinking space. We still need space for ourselves and our families. So.
You're right.
Yeah. So we got a refinery, a 3-hole course, a putting green, or with a putting green, a basketball and pickleball court. What else are we adding here?
Definitely a shooting range.
That would be. a shooting range is a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
We
definitely a shooting range. Even like
Yes.
worst case scenario, if we run out of space, like I think, even though it's not the last thing on my list, I think that'd be last priority. But even if you can't get like a full shooting range, at least like an archery range, like we could definitely just set up something a little shorter
Yeah.
and just shoot bows at that shit.
Yep. Yep. Nope. I like that. I like that a lot. Just well, actually, even a short range, we can have a couple hundred, like 100-yard range, and less
Yeah,
than a
yeah,
hundred
that's
yard range. But that would be good. We definitely do need one because I know me and Faith like our pistols, and everybody likes their guns.
everybody likes their guns.
So yeah, I'm all for that. I am going to put in a pond with a dock, a fishing and like diving.
That was one of mine. That's a good one. That was one that I had in my brain. That was gonna be my next one. I like that. Yeah, definitely a fishing pond, dude.
A pond with dock. I love it. I love it. We are doing good here. Okay.
Yeah, wow, that kicks ass. Let's see. I'm gonna go something different here, because so far we've named outdoor things. I'm gonna put one inside a bar. A fully stocked bar. Maybe not fully stocked, but at least what we like. We all like the same shit. Me and you drink the old BLs, you know what I mean? I don't know what Ty drinks these days. Kevin's a Coors guy. uh, it won't take much to get everything we need in there. We get a couple bottles of Tito's, a little bit of tequila of some sort. Get about 300 Bud Lights at all times.
This right here, I like that. This right here is going to go around the bar, or maybe an entrance to the bar. This one's selfish. This one's just going to be coming from me, but it can include stuff from anybody. But we're going to have a small walkway / display room going to the bar or surrounding the bar.
Yes.
For all of my silver, coins, toys, collectibles, just anything and everything to really show the variety of the pop culture influences that have captured us throughout our lifetimes.
Nice. What number are we on each now? Is that your third one?
Let me see. I did the refinery, the pickleball court. No, that's my fourth.
Fourth one?
That was
Okay.
my fourth.
I wanted to save this one for last, but I don't want you to take it. So I'm going to jump out here on number 4 and say a podcast studio.
There we go.
A podcast studio. We'll say, fuck this room shit. We're not doing this remote anymore. We're going to the compound.
Now,
Yeah.
my last one is going to be, which I figure we'd all have some sort, but if it's a compound, then I'm thinking kids and family-wise. I'm going to add a playground, a communal playground for all 4 of us and our families, and that's going to include like a barbecue area.
Ooh,
and,
nice.
You know, like if we're having a spot to hang out, we're going to go out to the pavilion and out to our little group park right there, and we know that, hey, that's our communal area. If we need,
Yes.
you know, HOA meetings or anything like that, they're happening out at the park, man.
Between the 4 of us. Yeah, we'll
Yes.
leave our wives to the fake HOA meetings while we go and fuck shit up. We go
Parks,
shoot objects.
I'm putting park / barbecue.
All right, now here's my last one. My last one, I like this one a lot. I don't know how I didn't think of it sooner. I just now thought of it. A full weight room.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
big full gym weight room with a little bit, you know, not only weights. It's got to be bigger than the high school weight room. It's got to be like the size of a real gym. Not a basketball gym, but like a weightlifting gym.
Just a regular gym, yeah.
Yeah, just textbook, like nothing special, just textbook gym with, you know, your squat racks and your benches and what have you, and a little section off to the side for your cardio and your stretching and whatnot. Couple of treadmills, battle ropes, you know, just textbook gym.
Yep. I'm looking at it. First of all, the weight room, depending on the size, we could put that and the bar and the podcast studio all in the same place.
That would be sick. I think it would actually be awesome to have the bar behind the podcast studio, so you could see the bar in the
While
shot.
we're recording, yeah.
You see the bar and all of the decorations that you were talking about, all of the products and the silver stuff.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, I just want you to know that if we, any of us ever become millionaires and this becomes an option, I will forever have this sheet of paper, so I will have all of these.
Yeah.
And I'll make a map for us. I'll plan to make a map. Since I'm really busy this week, I'll make it next week, and we'll just touch base on this once again next week. But hopefully I'll have the map done by then, and we'll just show everybody what our layout is.
Yeah, so you have everything written down, right? Because we got to get Ty on this show. And we got to get Ty on the show and run down compound ideas, and we got to get 5 ideas from him too. So we'll run back the list, and then we'll give him his own 5.
I like it.
But yeah, I think we do need to get in touch with potential guests soon. Of course, we do have one person that has already called dibs on first guest, and we have already told him yes, and I will honor that and respect that. So sorry, Ty, you don't get the first one, but you can easily get number 2. So if you want to be second guest, we will do that. We will do a month straight of guests if at all possible.
Yep.
We will get Hunter, Ty, Kevin, and then unnamed guest number 4 for a consecutive month. We will be in touch with you guys.
Yep, we'll try to make it happen. Actually, shit, Ty, you're the only one we can't do in person. We might be able to make all the others happen in person. So,
We probably could. Yeah, we probably could.
yeah. Kevin would be a little iffy, just depending on his honeymoon and all this other shit that he's got going on work-wise.
We could do Kevin
Hunter
on. We could get Kevin on the day of the fantasy football draft.
Oh, that's what we'll do. Yeah. We could just do an hour recording then. That would be good.
Yep.
Okay.
Now the fantasy football draft this year. I'll touch on that with you before we close up. That one, I got to check my work schedule and make sure I'm not working. You know, fingers crossed. Hopefully, by that time I won't be working there. I've got a lot of applications out. A lot of fingers crossed. Actually, just 4 fingers. That's all I have to cross. But
crossing them.
I am crossing them. I'm feeling good about it. So hopefully I'm not there and schedule won't be an issue, and I can just come in Labor Day weekend like we have done the past 4 years, 5 years. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, I might have to take whatever long weekend I get to do it. So we will definitely find out.
Yep. Yeah. That'll work with me. I have a few last thoughts. I'm sending them to you now.
Yes.
Just because we had touched on them. The first one, the Jazz new uniforms that they released, fucking rock.
Those are sick.
They are great. Wyatt, please throw these in when you edit, just so that if anybody makes it to this, they can have them. Those are, dude, aren't those awesome though?
Very good.
Those are just very nice. And then the next one, I'm just putting it out there. We were talking about the
Speedway Classic.
Speedway Classic. Well, it turns out that the Speedway Classic sucked balls. Most people really hated it. Overpriced for what it is. The picture that I just sent you there, the quote is on there, or the caption's on there. So yeah, there was no cheese for nachos and there was no buns for hot dogs.
That is horseshit.
Yes.
I would fight somebody, bro. Come on. It's Bristol Motor fucking Speedway. You don't have nachos, sure, might not be the most American thing on earth, but it kind of is, let's be real.
It is.
But hot dogs?
Yeah.
You don't have hot dog buns at America's Ballpark, which is not what that is, but it was this weekend. You don't have fucking... Oh, my God.
It was shit. It is bad.
That sucks. That makes... You know what? I always wanted to go to a NASCAR race at Bristol. That makes me want to fucking fight somebody. That might be MLB's fuck up, though. I'm going to try to do some digging into that and see whose fault that was. Is that Major League Baseball's lack of preparation?
I don't know. I just tried to send you another photo. I don't know if it's coming through, but that was a real photo.
It's coming through, but I can't open it or download it or anything.
I do not know. Let me just screenshot them.
Is it the it's the field, right? Because I can find a picture of that to throw in here. Yeah.
That's like the real field. That's one of the real screenshots that was done, or photos that was taken of it. And I just thought it was cool to see. Oh, there we go. I just screenshotted it and cropped it. But either way, the look of it was cool. I understand what they were trying to do, but come on, you got to take care of the fans.
Yeah, no shit. How are you giving hot dogs with no buns? You just selling straight wieners? Christ alive, bro.
They better be $1 a piece.
Man, you know what? Fuck sitting in the nosebleeds for this joint, bro. I've sat in the nosebleeds at baseball games before at PNC Park. There ain't a bad seat in the stadium, but holy shit.
Yeah, never
you can't
like
see
that.
anything from up here, man.
No, you can't pick apart players worth anything. They are literally lines on the field.
I'm going to dig up and try to find attendance for this, too. I'm sure that would be public info. But it's got to be a lot, right? Like, I mean, they've got 3/4 of Bristol Motor Speedway taken up, along with the stands in the infield. Yeah, we got to go to Bristol, dude. That's got to be.
Shit.
We gotta take the ladies to Bristol Motor Speedway and watch us fucking get drunk and freak out over some NASCAR while they're like, what the fuck is wrong with these two idiots?
91,032 people.
Damn, bro, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm gonna just so I have it in our text message. 91,032. 32. I'm texting it to you right now, but that's only so I have the number handy because I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. So
yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the last my closing thoughts. The only other things are again what we started out. Congratulations, Kevin and Lauren.
Yes, happy birthday, Ty.
Happy birthday, Ty.
By the time this comes out, it won't be Ty's birthday anymore. But as of right now, it is. Happy birthday, Ty. We love you. Kevin, congratulations. We love you. And we hope you guys are having a fantastic time. Both of you, Kevin and Ty. That's Kevin, I hope you're having a fun time on your honeymoon. Ty is not on your honeymoon with you, but Ty, I hope you are having a good birthday. I hope you had a good birthday. And anything that is Ty and Kevin related, I will try to clip and put on the Instagram so they see it, because I know they're not going to watch this.
Yep.
But
yeah. Not to this, so.
Yeah, at least not to the very end. The only person that's going to be here at this point is Faith's mom. So shout out Faith's mom, and we look forward to giving you another trophy in January.
These ones will be cooler. They'll be handmade.
Right. I'm gonna make them out of clay. I'm gonna make them out of beer bottles. I'm just gonna stack up Bud Light. I'm just gonna hand you a beer.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Oh shit. I don't think I have any closing thoughts other than if anybody with an absurd amount of money that doesn't know what to do with it stumbles across this and you want to help us fund this compound, you will be part owner of the compound as well. And if you want to contribute enough money, we can get more than 10 acres. And then you can have a lot of it, as long as you leave us 10 acres.
Yep, and you got to come with 5 cool ideas that you're going to add on to.
That's right. You got to add to the list, or you can fuck off.
I only need to be a part of 3 of them. You can keep 2 to yourself. They can be personal things.
There you go. That's right.
I don't mind.
Yeah, as long as they're not illegal or too illegal or harmful. They can be illegal. They can't be harmful. We'll put it that way. All right. Yeah, you can come with your ideas. Any rich person that stumbles across this, give us compound money. We'll get all compounded up.
Yes, we will.
Well, for Faith's mom that has stuck around through this entire thing, and to anybody else who has watched any part of the rest of it, thank you for joining us for episode 32, and we'll see you next week.